お前はもう死んでいる。何?
What is up, ladies and gentlefolk? We are out here. We are getting ready for some more League of Legends coming out here, hot and ready to go. We have got Aeon facing up against Nibble Esports 5 Lonely Men. This is bound to be a banger. It is a best of one, so all the stakes, one game, and that decides it all. Aeon looking like they want to keep that top 4 spot, so I would imagine this game is very important to them. Nibble also want to try and close that game out, want to remain competitive. But we also do know that the girls down at Eclipse are going to be facing against Okami later on at 8:30. So we will be seeing 2 series tonight. Well, the one is the best of 1, and then we'll be seeing Eclipse play that best of 3 at 8:30. Might be a bit delayed, but we'll definitely be seeing it. But I'm getting the hydrates. I got you, Mr. Hacker Man. Looking sexy, monkey man. It's the tippers, and I'm trying to. It doesn't fit around the headphones. It's all right. So it's gonna be a good game of League of Legends. We are nearing the end of the group stages. Not a monkey. What the heck? It's tippers. It's not monkey. It's tippers, bro. Come on, man. I thought you'd be better than this, John. But it doesn't stay up. It's not like it doesn't go over the headphones, which is kind of a problem because like I really wanted to go over the headphones, but it's just not working. Like, maybe I should just put it on. Like, regular like that. There we go. And like, try and like slide the ears in. So like, there you go. I guess that kind of works. Matthew just casually asking people for their email addresses here. That's the sussiest thing I've ever heard. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Matthew. It's just an email address. Matthew, you just sound like you just want to commit a crime with that email address, bro. So, like, I would be very wary, actually. Handing out email address just very semi-formally. But we are going to be getting the lobby invite already. So we will be up. The lobby is full. We just got to wait for Nick Wolf to clear it out. He did very kindly. Thank you, Mr. Nick Wolf, once again. All right. So Hard Rock is going to be in here. I believe he is managing this team tonight. So we are going to do something good coming out from the boys in orange. Luna's giving me the hydrate. I've just hydrated. There you go. I will live. All right. We are just going to give a bit of a 5-minute leeway. We just got to wait that out. But how has everybody been doing today? Not enough? What is it? Like, I'm not doing... If you think I'm doing that jug thing again, I'm not doing it again. Unless you pay me to. Like, it's not happening. Like, I had the hiccups for, like, the whole day yesterday after that. Like, it was crazy. No! I just put this beanie on even. And I'm putting it on is such a mission with the headphones. But I will get water. I shall get water. Alright. That is water in a bottle. Alright, but the Tibbers beanie is going to be a mission to keep back on. So I might just have to hold the beanie off. Oh, gosh. And then just go for this. Yeah. Balancing it is so tricky for some reason. Why? There we go. There's the balance. It looks so droll. We can alter it for your headset. I mean, I've got plenty of other beanies, but like, it's just, this is a really cool one. This is just it's the Tibbers one. I got it at Rage like years ago. It was handmade by someone. Shame, man. She was so cool. I remember because like, they had so many other things I wanted to buy, but I had like no money. So like, I was just sitting there like, dude, I would buy your entire store if I had the cash, but there is no cash money here. But this is water. Maybe a prime bottle, but it's water because the bottles are really nice to drink from. But your boy's out here vibing, actually. This is Bring Me the Horizon and Grimes. We can just vibe a bit, yeah? And I'm terrified I can't get out. Alright, so it does look like we are going to be heading into game here, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to get the music for us. So now, Champ Select, Game 1. What are the bans? 100% going to be seeing that's Aphelios ban from Red Raven. That champion will not be seen in his hands this season, and I am giving you that as a fact. You will never see him on it, and if you see him on it, it is definitely the person. It's definitely your fault. If you've given him that, then you deserve to lose. But then that Zaya is going to be taken away from Guy down the bot side. First time we're not seeing the Zeri ban start off. But then that is going to be Victor taken away in the mid lane. Very interesting ban there, but respectable nonetheless. And then the Lissandra being stolen from Mr. Martin, so we'll not be able to play that hard engaged mid lane at all today. As you can see, what is the final ban? They're going to continue talking about, no, they'll go into the jungle, ban away that Maokai. Maokai can be quite a scary jungler, and you definitely don't want to give him that kind of engage. He's got really good CC, really good frontline, and really good lockdown with the Nature's Grasp. But then that is going to be the Swain ban in the mid, so there is the respect for Martin, as the Lulu is going to be picked up. That is heavy priority on the Lulu. But the Jinx is still available, as the Jinx does not get... The Jinx will likely be heavy prior for either of these teams here. And Volibear being hovered. Is that going to be the Volibear top, or is that going to be the Volibear jungle? We see that gets locked in. It can be flexed. Can be played top, or can be played in the jungle. Possibly even in the mid lane. I've seen some Volibear mid lanes nowadays. I don't know why people have been playing it, but it exists, I guess. Sorry, there's no box cat today. She's currently in her box on the floor, and she looks very comfy. I don't want to wake her up, but I will go fetch Bella later, and I'll bring her on, and she can watch the Eclipse girlies, because I know she loves supporting her girls. As that is now the Ashe lock-in, also somewhat flexible. Can be played support, can be played AD, but Ashe necessarily in quite an okay spot in the meta right now. They nerfed AP Ashe and support Ashe. Tried to buff out the marksman Ashe, but kind of just evened her out, and she just sits there wondering what to do with her life. And now that is going to be the Jinx pickup. Jinx does make it through for Aeon, so that is Lulu Jinx down at that bot side. Very comfortable for them. Guy has shown a lot of prowess on that Jinx. But then that is now going to be the Cassiopeia hover. Is that going to be Montmatiel's Cassiopeia? It is. Very standard run it back team comp for Aeon, running this double carry angle. And then it does also look, what are they going to possibly answer to this? Are they going to try and counterpick the Cassiopeia, or are they going to look to try and pick up that support to try and match the Lulu? Very curious to see where that's going to go, but it's going to be the Xerath. So that is either going to be the mid lane, or is going to be the support there for Mr. Xerath, man. Let's go NBL. Hey, it's Jakes. Welcome, Jakes. Glad to have you. Glad to have you here, my boy. As we see, there's going to be the next ban phase. The only lanes left is the jungle and the top lane, so they are going to be target bans towards Mr. Exile up there, as that is no canon for him. But there is a very particular ban which I do think has been letting it slide a lot recently, and would not be surprised if it does get through and get into the hands of Nick Wolf. But I'm not going to say anything. Don't want to jinx it. But we're likely to see it. Are they going to respect this pick? Are they going to ban it out? They do not. They ban out the Jarvan instead, but they have left Nick Wolf's Kayn right open. Nick Wolf has been performing absolutely exceptionally on this Kayn. Been building more of that assassin-y items, but has been switching between blue and red form, respectively. Red form with assassin items being the current meta for Kayn. Purple Kayn or Blue's Kayn, that kind of angle. And it's quite strong. I've played it myself. Free LP, basically. And it's definitely what I think Nick Wolf uses to climb. As that is very much to be expected. I told all of you guys. The Kayn is going to be Harvard, and it does very much look like it's going to be given to Nick Wolf. It's going to be very safely in his hands. Stop baiting us, guy. We know you want to lock it in, as that is now going to be Kayn in the jungle. And Lux is going to be picked up. So that's Lux and Xerath are interchangeable between mid lane and support. But it kind of does indicate that the Ashe is going into the marksman role and it's not going that support. It's a very interesting pick there. Ash ADC has got a pretty okay win rate from what I collect, around the late mid 50s. But Jinx is just too good right now, especially synergized with the Lulu. As we see Winged Exile on that carry top lane. A lot of damage for Aeon. They have plenty of re-engage, but they don't really have a front line. And seems like the Ornn is going to be locked in the top lane. Will that be the GOAT in the top side? I do think it's going to be. Because South Africa, what is South African esports without an Ornn pick? As that is going to be Ornn top lane. That is going to be Volibear in the jungle. And that is going to be Ashe ADC. But we don't know where the Lux or the Xerath are going to go. But let's get your predictions in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try and see if we can stack out some points, make some people rich, or break some people's banks here. As that is going to be Era versus Nibble. Who is going to take this game? This is the do or die game. This is the one that decides it all. This is one that probably pushes one of these teams up into that top 4 and gives them the opportunity to fight for that title of Season 5 Mettlestate champion. But we are going to be seeing something pretty cool here. Does appear that it's going to be the Xerath mid and then the Lux support with the Ashe. Kind of does add up, as they're both very strong poke lanes. But then Cassio has been given over to Mateel. And very likely we are going to be seeing some more Pagan gameplay from him there. He has been very good on this Cassiopeia recently. And Kayn, do we even talk about Nickel's Kayn? He's been wilding on this. Like, he asked me earlier today, he's like, Justin, what should I play? I was like, dude, your Kayn is cracked. Just play Kayn. And like, just do it. Like, if it's working, why? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So really good coming out there for Mr. Nick Wolf. Has been very consistent on it, and I'm very glad that he's been able to find that kind of comfort, considering every single time he's had to get that Jarvan banned away, and has moved away from more of that team fight to more of a I'm going to kill you myself. Kind of like the meme. Fine, I'll do it myself. And he does it by himself. He got an easy triple in the last game. This Kayn is cracked. And it is likely going to be that red Kayn angle. I do not think it is going to be that blue Kayn. Blue Kayn might be interesting if he does get a bit of a snowbally lead. If he picks up a couple of kills, can make Ashe, Lux, and Xerath's life a complete misery. But red Kayn would do so well into the Ornn and the Volibear, who are going to be quite chunky frontline boys. But then Camille can shred through the Ornn and the Volibear with that true damage. So not going to be seeing too much action over there. But then Guy on the Jinx, we've seen this before as well. This team comp is a very common team comp that Aeon like to run. And Jinx Lulu is very much a hard scaling lane. Scales very well. No one betting on Nibble's Pepe Sag. Someone should, come on. Nibble peeps in the chat. Put some points on. Come on, you guys could get rich. You don't even need to bet a lot. There's a 7.4k onto Aeon. So there's a lot of points up for grabs. Hey, we're getting some points. We got 7k to 4k. Oh my goodness. It is going to be a good one. But we have seen Wig Exile's Camille as well, especially up against this Ornn. It's a very familiar matchup. And he has played this a handful of times, so I do think he understands whether it's a skill matchup or it's a winning lane for her. So pretty comfortable for him. Jebaited. Pog jebaited. 7 to 4.4k to 10k. My goodness. That is a lot of points, ladies and gentlemen. That is way too many points for my liking. Oh my god, what do I do with all that? But, still don't really know where the Lux or the Xerath will go. I mean, they both work pretty well. Both synergize well with the Lux. I mean, with the Ashe, sorry. As a poke lane down that bot side. And then, like, they basically just got a lot of poke. They're going to play this poke comp, and then the Ornn and the Volibear will kind of just tank the brunt of the damage. But they need to make sure that they don't give any leads over to this Jinx, or the Cassiopeia for that matter. It will be very easy to shut them down as the game goes on, but we do hop into game now. We are just going to give it a little bit of time, because you know Riot Games, everybody. You know what this client is capable of. So it has since been confirmed that it is going to be Xerath mid lane, that is going to be Red Raven and Tiltosaurus on the Lux Ash down the bot side. Kempton Park is on the Volibear. We got Dusky on the Own. Win Exile happily on that Camille. Soul Hunter came for Nick Wolf. We got the Star Guardian bot lane for Era. And he's got the very support diff tag, so you already know that man out here flexing with that support diff. But it seems like we are gonna hop like straight into game here. Oh my goodness. Okay, Riot Games. Okay, Riot Games. You do this to me. You do this to me once in a blue moon where you just like take me into game immediately. Okay. So luckily not much switching around needs to happen. Thank goodness. But that is going to be the Xerath in the mid lane as predicted. But it was very much open for debate. Like, I do think it could have been anything. But now we are going to be heading into game. We are heading into the best of one between Era, Aeon, and Nibble 5 Lonely Men. What is going to happen out here? Are we going to see the disappointment coming out from Nibble? Are they going to be able to take the game and move up the standings? Or Aeon going to continue their dominance here and push forward into that top 4? It does seem like there was a bit of a pause situation, but everything seems to be a-okay now. Ping seems to be fine, but we will disable chat just for now. But no early game shenanigans. Nothing that I can see at least. I mean, there does seem to be a bit of a possible invade coming out from Nibble, but Cappy is not going to walk out there as they do look like they want to go for a possible fight onto the Lulu. There's no ward there. They don't know where Nibble are. One has been spotted on that red side. And by the Camille. And Kane is now going to be walking over to those Raptors. Is going to try and... oh gosh. You see Kane is going to walk and find Dusky here. Is going to get a couple of stacks on that red form. He's just going to go for the fight there. He can just go for it. We'll pick up some red stacks. There was a possible invade coming out from Kempton Park onto Cappy. But the E will not connect there from Volibear. As there is still looking for a late invade. As they really do want to go for this. And they are going to go and pick up that red buff. So Kane is going to actually be starting up. Oh gosh, why does this keep happening? So we see Kane is going to pick up those Raptors in the top side. And is going to start that red buff, but will be spotted out. They do know it is just going to be a trade. As Lulu tries to go for the steal, but Volibear is going to be able to catch her out with the stun. A lot of attack speed coming down. But we see Cassiopeia is going to get stopped, as well as the Ornn, who's going to be pushed down. And Guy going to have to be very careful of being sitting in that lane all alone. Oh gosh. Wow! What's going on? Alright. There's a lot more poke now coming out onto Guy. He is all by himself, but is going to have to flash that light binding. There's a lot of damage coming out on the top side from Winged Exile, but will tank a tower. And now Nick Wolf wants to look for that early gank as well as the Volibear, but we'll get spotted on that wood. Nothing more going to be happening there, as there could be a possible level 2, but Volibear doesn't really have the strength to do this. He is going to go for the Krugs. It does look like it. But there is really no answer that can be made from Aeon here. They are kind of kept under their tower. Jinx already has no flash. And we are possibly going to see the level 3 really stacked wave. It's going to be the flash 2 coming out there. And it looks like they are going to pick up a kill. Very well executed dive from Nibble. As very low health bars there. And they do look like they want to just re-execute the dive onto Jinx here. This could be a mistake. Jinx does have no flash, but does have the cleanse. And it does look like he's going to pick up at least 1 kill. And that is a 1 for 2. But I'd say that's favorable. More on the Nibble side. Jinx is going to lose a lot of that wave down there. While Lulu is going to try and go pick it up. But Tiltosaurus and Red Raven getting plenty of time on those plates. And plenty of time denying those minions for Jinx. And topside kind of going how you would expect it. The Camille being quite a bit of a lane bully. But good side that's going from Mateel. And that's going to have to be the barrier coming out from Kanmi. That's a lot of damage onto Xerath, but we do see there is going to be a possible Kane gank here. Does drop the ward, does go for the Raptors once again, and Volibear falling quite far behind in the jungle clear. And he's going to get back to his jungle. He's going to have no minions. He's going to have no Razor Beaks. They've all been gone. Kayn just yoinking them and is going for that mid lane gank already onto Okami. Does have flash, but has no barrier. Tries to go for the stun. Really going to try and pick up at least one kill here. But it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. That is going to be the flash forward from Okami. But does not get anything from it. Q was not able to get charged. And that is Nickel picking up his first kill. As now Tiltosaurus is going to be backed up by the Volibear. The Lightbind does not connect. Cappy is going to have to run for his life, but Jinx does burn the Ghost, but Cappy will have to burn the Flash. What if they burn the Flash as well? Will land the E. Are they going to go for that dive? Cappy does not have any shield left. And it does look like they are going to commit to that 3-man bot lane. But Kayn is there to on stuff, is looking for a fight. Could possibly go for an easy trade on that Volibear. And is going to try and do so. But Kempton Park will just walk away. Relatively unscathed, but now this is going to be a bit of a bad fight here. Lux taking quite a lot of damage from the Kayn and the Jinx. They are kiting this out. Volibear does have the shield. The Jinx kiting, but not able to get there in time, unfortunately, for Cappy. Could not save his Jinx, as there is 5 kills over to Nibble. They really are trying to focus this ball lane, really are trying to get Raven ahead. As Volibear also picks up 2 kills. And they are going to start up this dragon. Well, attempt to at this rate. Gonna walk it, pull it out. Do not want any possible steals, but doesn't look like Kate is going to be going down to contest. Is going to just continue to that top side to keep farming. Well, Xerath is poking from 30 planets away. But it doesn't seem to be too phased for Mr. Mateel. As Winged Exile is yet to go for the reset, but Dusky does quite a lot of damage. Very in a good trade there, but that is going to be the Ornhorn summon. We'll use the Hextech Ultimatum to dodge the Ornhorn, as it's just ulti for ulti. Winged Exile needs to be very careful here. The knockup does connect, and that Orn does pick up the solo bolo onto Winged Exile. Now Cassiopeia does get hit by the stun. But now Nick Wolf wants to go for that topside gank, but is going to be spotted on the ward, so Dashki is not going to fall for that anytime soon. But Khan, me, and Mateel are constantly juking it out in the mid lane. Stun does land, very barely. As now Kayn is going once again for his Raptor steal, but it does look like he's going to get faced by a very angry bear. And will not get those Raptors this time. Lux tries to go for the light binding, will not connect. He's trying to go for the trades here. Lulu giving that extra shield over, as Raven will walk into the traps. There needs to be very careful the way they push up. The Raven does not have Ghost, does not have Flash. And Jinx will be able to churn out quite a bit of damage. While Kayn could be looking bot side here. This is a flashless bot lane. Very immobile bot lane as well. So would not be surprised if we saw Kayn just poke his head out. But we do see Xerath is going to drop the ulti. Is going to try and hit that. But will not take down Mateel, as there is possibly going to be a fight happening down on that bot side. As that is going to Raven picking up one. Cappy just trying to lock down Raven. But that is going to be the heal. But then that is a double kill picked up for Raven. But then the immediate return double coming out from Kayn, who will pick up that double kill. And that is the last thing you want to see coming out onto a possible red Kayn. Giving Nick Wolf this lead is not what you want to do. Jinx able to at least pick up one. But Kempton Park is going... Mateel needs to be careful here. Walks into the bush. Very, very well executed gank there for Kempton Park and Conme. As Volley did burn the flash to get that. As Nick Wolf clears out the skull. Is going to take out this ward before the bear spots him. And not going to continue for that. But 5-1 for Red Raven. He is looking good down here in the bot side. Could possibly use this as a snowball. Ashe can be quite the hyper carry, especially running the Ghost with the easy slows and the lethal tempo. Very easy to push that, but they do see a possible slow coming out onto Guy here. But a lot of trade damage in favor of the Jinx. As Kayn is going to be coming in. Raven is continuing the chase, but does not look like he's going to win it, as Jinx picks up another shutdown onto the Ashe. Kayn is bot side. But Kempton Park not able to do too much there. The zap will slow this Volibear. Has no shield. Will try and drop the ult, will take down Guy, but gets immediately polymorphed And Jinx picks up another shutdown. That is 2 shutdowns for Guy. And that is a very easy way back into the game for Aeon. Bit of an overstep there from Red Raven. Got really cocky in the bot lane. Tried to chase down Guy. But they were not able to capitalize. As the Lulu does have the shielding. The shielding coming in quite handy. As Asher will land onto Cappy. Into the light binding. Into the autos. Into the shield. But Cappy will sacrifice himself. No, he won't. He will walk out alive. Will use the W to run away. Xerath drops the arcane artillery. The Guy is gonna have to try and kite this out, but then Raven will lock that Jinx down. As it is just traded, but Xerath coming down bot lane, using the arcane artillery just to try and slow them down, chunk them out a little bit. As this bot lane continues to be absolute chaos. But 2 kills for the Xerath, and that is also an assist for him. Still the Swords of Raven are locking in some more plates, and Kayn has got the full Prowler's Claw, so is going to be quite deadly. As that gold is 1,000 gold swaying in the favor of the Ashe, and the Kayn has got a very hefty lead on this Volibear. But we do see Momentil is going to be running there, does drop the Petrifying Gate onto the Xerath, tries to go for a fight there, but that is just insta-lock CC, and nothing much that this Cassio can do. Very well executed gank there once again from Kempton Park. Now we see Tiltosaurus is going to be landing the double route. Red Raven is going to run away, but the Volibear is going to be in the area. Winged Exile is going to be in the top side. Fighting this Ornn, does drop the Hex Ultimatum, takes so much damage, but Kayn is going to go for the fight as well as Guy gets stunned, but Lulu is keeping him alive, but not going to be enough as Kempton Park has made his way bot lane once again, while Nick Wolf is going to just clear out that top wave, able to get a lot of stacks onto that red form. But Red Raven and Tiltosaurus are getting access to that tower once again. But very well played coming out from Nibble. They really know that they need to keep this bot lane ahead. They need to make sure that they don't take anything for granted. Guy can 1v9 these games, but so can Red Raven. And especially with this much gold in his pocket on the Ashe. Going to be a bit of a force to be reckoned with, but a lot of damage coming out from Motmatil onto Kanmi. Will go for the trade, but that barrier will be used immediately. Gonna just deny some of the damage. Mosh trying to get a catch there, but Arcane Artillery will be dropped. Volibear will be trying his best to lock down the Cassio once again. Volibear is everywhere and anywhere, and is making it very hard for Motmatil to play this lane, as he's starting to fall behind in the farm. While Guy is fairly even on the items compared to the Ashe as well. Ashe has not been able to go for the reset, because the Guy and Lulu have been keeping him there, and are going to sacrifice tower. Are going to have to likely sacrifice tower plating to go for this reset. This looks like T1 versus Mad. As now Ornn does go for the engage onto Winged Exile, but there is not going to be a lot of damage trade onto Tiltosaurus. But Volibear is going to be making his appearance down bottom, but the instant cleanse from Guy. And Lulu will go for the sacrifice, will burn the flash. It doesn't look like they're going to commit anything further. It looks like they actually are. They do want to go for the kill there under the tower. As there's a double kill for Ashe, and almost getting taken down. And this volley he's everywhere and anywhere. He's doing so much for his team. Really helping set up the Ashe as well as the Xerath for greatness here. But that is a lot of gold that Raven will be resetting on 3.3k. He is going to have that full Blade of the Rune King, and likely going to build into either that Shield Bow or into that Kraken Slayer. So that is going to be a sight to behold. But when you say it looks like T1 versus Mad, what game are you talking? Are you talking game 1 or are you talking game 2? Because those were 2 completely different games, Nino. I'm not going to say anything, but if you know, you know. There's now that full Divine Sundra coming out for the Volibear. That is a Luden's Tempest for the Xerath. But then Rod will be picked up by Cassio. Playing that scaling game as Volley just going to sit there and lie in wait. A lot of damage still, but now Tiltosaurus is going to be there. That does have the Petrifying Gaze. Does a lot of damage to the Lux. Is going to take down the Tiltosaurus, but will not get the final E. As Volibear picks up another. And Motmatil is not having a good time. He's from Kempton Park. Oh, but Guy gets the Super Mega Death Rocket onto Tiltosaurus. We'll get an extra bit of gold there. As now Winged Exile going for more trades onto Dusky. I know, that's where I found him. You found him in the depths of Kempton Park, Godrock. He was there, he was playing. But Nick Wolf does have the red form. Does have the... Ooh, does have the... Already have the Prowler's Claw. So we'll be doing a lot of damage now. But Camille will go for that BM reset. We'll pick up that Divine Sunder. We'll go for that TP and is going to try and catch out Dusky. But Dusky is running for his life there. This is going to be a commit onto Kempton Park from Cappy and Guy. We'll get the Polymorph. I believe the temper is stacked. The Ignite there. Kane will pick up Conme. But the Flash will save his life. No Prowler's Claw is up for Nick Wolf. But now Lulu is going to be chased once again. But the slow is coming out. Keeping Cappy alive. Find talent in the most obscure places. You could, I mean, fair enough. Kempton Park could be the home to the next Faker, bro. Could be the home to the next Kiddo, you name it. But now they are just trying to hold this wave. Kempton Park is going to be outside. Guy gets through, does get it with the Ash ult into the stun. Nick Wolf is there to try and save the day. Gets the knock up onto the volley bear. Does use the Umbral Trespass to survive a little bit longer. Tries to get some damage off. But Red Raven is unstoppable on this Ash right now with that Blade of the Rune King. He is looking quite strong. And you definitely haven't shown some of that respect to that Ash. But now Camille is going to stop the dash from Dusky, doing really good damage with the Divine Sunderer and the Grasp. Cappy ulted himself. I think he meant to ult Guy, but Guy was just a little bit out of range there. But Conme taking a lot of damage from the Casio. The volley bear is going to go and disable the tower. We do see the Petrifying Gate is dropped. Kempton Park does get taken a little bit low, but will walk out as the final spark gets dropped out by Tiltosaurus. We're in exile, making this Ornn's life a complete nightmare as the Ornn Horn is traded for the Hextech Ultimatum once again, and Dusky is going to look for that reset. Like, top lane doesn't seem like too much goes on. They just trade ulti for ulti, but Ornn has picked up 2 kills, so that is very favorable for them. As the gold lead is almost 10,000 in favor of the 5 Lonely Men. All of it sitting on that Ash. Every single member of Nibble have a shutdown, so any kill that Aeon do pick up is going to be worthwhile. As now Raven and Tiltosaurus do want to go set up for this dragon. Kane is in the top side, is not anywhere near it, and they are looking like they are going to just hand that over. The Rip Herald will be dropped mid lane. A lot of burst damage coming onto Conme. Why is AC taking blue? Raven trolling. I mean, Raven, you gotta get out those crystal arrows, bro. I mean, they use a lot of mana. As it's going to be the dragon pickup in that bot side. Guy having to burn the flash as the Bork is proc final spark. Then there's going to be a flash forward from Red Raven. Will lock down Guy as Ignite comes out from the Camille and will lock down Ornn and that's a big shutdown to Winged Exile. But at the cost of that mid tower. And it does look like Raven Tiltosaurus are going to just continue to push down mid. And they are going to pick up 2 towers for that. Camille will be able to pick up that trade tower in that top side along with the kill. But looking rather painful for Aeon here. As Camille desperately going to try and get that tower. Going to pick up some of that bounty gold. And is going to try and make that gold lead a little bit smaller. As in that Momseal is going to pick up a tower on the bot side. Kempton Park is going to try and go for the kill there. Final spark comes out. Momseal's kindness so well. Has to try and engage, but Kempton Park is going to have to walk away. But that's a lot of healing coming out from Kempton. As Momseel is going to get taken down by the arcane shot from the Zerath, who is going to be able to poke down Nick Wolf in the wall. Very close call there from Mateel. Almost able to take down that volley bear. But if Aeon want to make their way back into this game, they are going to have to try and lock down Zerath. Zerath and this Ash have got very big bounces on their head. And for the likes of Nick Wolf as well as Guy, if getting any of those shutdowns is absolutely crazy. This bear using instant transmission, he'd be everywhere. Man is making sure he's got everything at bay here. He's hands over Red Raven, the red buff, very comfortably. That is 2 items for Ash there. Well, Camille is gonna sit in that bot side, gonna try and get some more side lane pressure. While we see 4 members of Nibble are looking to try and go for Baron here. They are going to set up some vision. Baron will be up in a minute. But Kane is going to spot them out. Give predictions chance. As you see, Kane Me is going to get locked on by the Umbral Trace Spots coming out. The TP there from the Camille as well as the Ornn. But that is going to the immediate flash going forward from bottom. The Ornn is called by Dusky, but will get stunned by Winged Exile. The knockup from Kane One is not going to do enough. Guy trying to kite this out, but there's just too much damage on Nibble. And they will pick up the double kill. And that is going to likely be the Rift Herald pick up for the 5 Lonely Men. But give predictions a chance. There's going to be a lot of points handed over there. There were a lot of points bet onto Aeon as well as 5 Lonely Men. So this is a very competitive game. As we see now, we are going to... After this, we are going to jump straight into the next series, which is going to be Eclipse versus Okami. Which we should be able to likely just jump straight into it, but we will get some more confirmation on that from chat. But Mateel gonna try and pick up at least one there, but Tiltosaurus will they will spot him out using the Ash W. But now Winged Exile goes for more trades onto the Ornn, able to get some damage off. Divine Thunderer and the True Damage doing a lot of work. But they need to find their way back into this game as Volibear actually has picked up the Anathemas. Curious who see it's on, so let's take a look. So it's not on... Wait, so it's not on Camille, as Camille's going to train on Dusky. It is not on the Kane. It is on the Cassio, actually. Volibear showing a bit of respect to Mateel by using the Anathemas. Does not want to get absolutely shredded. As the Rift Herald will be dropped in mid lane, but it's going to be cleared out by Nick Wolf. As now Mateel is going to continue running, but it's going to be... Oh my goodness, Mateel's getting 4 members of a Nibble are on him. But that is going to be the tower pickup for Jinx and the Lulu. As Winged Exile is going to get stopped in his tracks with the dash. Is he going to have to kite this out? Does have the Divine Thunder, but that anti-heal from the Ornn is doing quite a bit. As the XA ultimate will be used to dodge it, but the rest of Aeon on the way does get stunned into the knockup. Will Jinx be able to pick up this kill? It looks like Kane will lock it down, but that is going to be Baron for Nibble. They are going to trade that Baron for that bot lane tower. Guy and the rest of Aeon are going to try and push that, as the gold lead is still 8,000. But there's been more shutdowns picked up by Aeon. So this is their way back in. And we are going to have to wait and see if it's going to lead to anything new. Camille is going to try and hold this tower, but Ash will get that last auto attack. The only negative deck is going to be Drake. It is Soul for the 5 Lonely Men, but that means Aeon will likely be going for the fight there, as Kane has already started the Drake down in the bot side. Gonna try and get it relatively quickly. He is Assassin. He is Kane with Assassin items, but he is all alone. Jinx is not going to be there in time. A lot of damage coming out from the Xerath with the Q. But Guy is going to walk around and is going to encounter Volibear and Okami. The traps will be dropped by the Jinx, as Nick Wolf does look like he's possibly going to give that up. It does look like they are going to give up the Drake. Do not want to risk a possible fight there. The Jinx Rocket is available, is going to be used, but is not going to be enough, as that is a very good flash from Kempton Park. And that does secure them, the Hex Tech Soul. Wayne Exile is going to encounter Kempton Park here. Kempton Park catching him out there. But we do see that the Tiltosaurus is there to back up the bear. And the longer this game goes on, the more in favor it leans towards 5 Lonely Men. They have the ornaments from Dusky, who once he has built that Jack Show, will be able to hand those items over and give them that extra gold value, as we do likely see that is going to be the purchase of the first upgraded item, which is going to be the Worm Fallen Sacrifice for Red Raven. They have Jinx Lulu. Now Cappy is going to walk using the Hex Gate, but is going to get caught immediately by multiple ultimates are used onto this Lulu. But Lulu will walk it out, dodging the Arcane Artillery. But now is quite low. It could possibly go for a fight. Jinx does have 2 ability, as we do see the Hex Ultimate coming onto Red Raven. Mateel does drop the Miasma to the 3-man Petrifying Gaze. Tiltosaurus goes golden. Jinx has got the Wild Growth and will pick up 2 kills. Nick Wolf taking down Dusky. The lockup lands. The Super Mega Death Rock will not connect, but Guy and Nick Wolf have picked up multiple shutdowns. And they will be a fight favoring Aeon here, as that Jinx absolutely shreds. And Winged Exile getting the Hextech Ultimatum onto Red Raven. Had nowhere to go, despite using the Flash and the Ghost. And very, very well played coming out from Era. That Jinx is going to be quite nasty the longer the game goes. Especially with the power of this Lulu. Once the Lulu also picks up that Ardent Sensor, Lulu is going to be an absolute nightmare to deal with. Cassio has got the 2 items so far and is going to that Archangels and will be quite safe. As now Xerath does not know the Jinx is pushing. The Red Raven in that top side, this Xerath could be in a bit of a odd position as there is going to be a possible engage coming out from him. He is pinging that he wants to go. He really does want to go in for this. And is going to walk into... Oh, we do see Guy is going to get walked in, but will immediately burn the claims. That is a bit of a misplay coming out from the Xerath. Still will walk into the traps. Goes golden. Mega Death Rocket will be able to take him down. Plus that extra rocket auto as that is another shutdown going over to Guy. Very greedy from Kanmi as this Jinx picks up another couple hundred extra gold. What is Nibble doing? They are throwing away this lead that they have. This gold lead has been shrinking to around 6,000 now. We have a Hulk. As now the knockup coming out from Kane there. That's a lot of damage going on to Kenton Park. Nick Wolf is not able to flash away, but Jink Guy will take down the Volley Bear. Looks like I do want to go in for the fight. There is going to be the TP immediately stopped by the Ornn. Winged Exile cannot get there in time. And now gold lead has been reset, but a lot of gold went to that Jinx. She is 3 items. She is even with Red Raven. Not in gold, but in items. Their value is quite high. As now Camille is going to go for the spike here onto the Ornn. Does have the Hextech Ultimatum. Could go for fight there, but Xerath is making his way there. Very good side steps coming from Winged Exile, but not going to be enough as Dashi will lock down the Camille. And Tiltosaurus and Red Raven are in that bot side. There is no one alive to deal with them. But Jinx and Lulu are going to be there. And Guy does try and land the zap onto Red Raven. And Red Raven's going to have to run away. The Charade is going to be used by Cappy and Guy and try and land the zap. There's a lot of damage coming out onto the Jinx from that final spark. As they do continue running away, but Nick Wolf really wants to try and pick up at least one here. Going to walk into that control ward and clear it out. Does catch the spot the Volley Bear. Volley Bear not going to get reset that easily. As he's going to look to go for that last item, probably pull into that Force of Nature, as Kami is going to be gifted. Likely just gifted that blue buff very comfortably for the Xerath. Seriously, is Cappy on 300 MS? I cannot confirm any of this. I don't know for sure. But Cassio is desperately trying to pick up that Archangels. And he's trying to get into that mindset of keeping away from the Volley Bear. Volley Bear is doing so much to get to that back line. As Nick Wolf is very well aware. Is going to get over the wall, but is going to get caught in the W into the Ash knockup. But the Unrolled Trespass is there, and Nick Wolf will get all his health back. Zero does burn the Arcane Artillery. And that is the jungler down. Baron is up. And it looks like Nibble are going to go for it. Huge misplay coming out there from Nick Wolf. As this is going to likely be the free Baron handed over to 5 Lonely Men. And they could possibly look to solidify this game here. With the next Drake coming up, it is going to be Elder. Are we going to see the Elder pick up for Aeon and close out the game? Or are we going to see the 5 Lonely Men push it down mid? One thing's for certain, this Volley Bear was the big building point for this team. They definitely needed the Volley Bear to cope with that easy setup. Xerath had a very comfortable lane. Because of that, Ash got plenty of ganks and was able to really use that lead to pressure this Jinx and this Lulu. As this is the final fight, Guy does stop Piansmark with the zap, and that is going to the Polymorph. Jinx doing so much, that's going to be the flash forward onto Guy. Will flash away, but the Volley Bear into the ult, into the backline. Nick Wolf gets taken down, but will get the Umbral Trespass, will heal back. But the Arcane Artillery and the Lux final spark will do so much damage. And the only people left are Camille and Jinx, and it does look like 5 Lonely Men want to just push it down mids. They're not going to go for this Elder. They have this pushing power. They have the Volley Bear that can just disable the towers. But they are going to save it likely for that second tier, for the Nexus towers. as they get it really quickly with the extra damage coming out from the Orb. But Red Raven is going to flash forward onto Winged Exile, but the mere lockdown there as the Mega Death Rocket does take Raven and Kemp's Park quite low, but it is just Jinx. Lulu is now up, does have the Ardent Sensor. It's going to be the Flash Knockup. It's going to be the final Spark. It's going to be the stun from Kempton Park. And that is Red Raven running it down into their fountain. Marmontiel tries to get the Petrifying Gaze off, but will not happen. As 5 lonely men ace out Aeon, taking down that final Nexus tower. And they are going to take the Nexus, and they are going to take this game. Hulk smash. I mean, you couldn't have said it better. But GG, well played over to everybody here. But with now Aeon unfortunately not able to take the lead there, despite having the Jinx Lulu. The Volibear was just the Volibear was able to be everywhere and anywhere. It really made it hard for anyone on Aeon to push forward or use any of their possible shutdowns that they got there. So very well played to both teams. But that does mean their points will be handed over to the boys in orange. So Nibble, you enjoy your free set of points here. As we are going to immediately hop into the game between okay, so let's get out of here. And now we are going to try and see if we can hop in, and it looks like we are just going to go straight away into the next game. It is going to be Eclipse versus Okaru. So I'm gonna literally on the fly edit this. Oh shit, here I am again. Your boy is already here, man. Okay, so just please don't mind like the screens and whatnot, because I have to like edit them. So hold on, just you're gonna have to look at my face for a little while as I just set this all up. But you are probably also gonna hear a bit of the game, as I'm just gonna go for the pause. Just while I quickly put this all together. Support for Penta. Support from Penta for Caster. Aww. Thank you, Penta. I love having you guys here. Penta, you guys really make me feel loved in this community. I love all of you. Love every single one of you. And then let's go into the desktop. Is it on desktop or is it on downloads? I'm trying to find this. There we go. Okami. There you go, as that is going to be their icon, and they're gonna go there, and then Eclipse are gonna go there. Okay, we should be good to go. Just need to set up the scoreboard and whatnot. So that is going to be a Felio spot with the what now? Gallios? What? This is a very interesting team comp. Very interesting indeed. But we'll see. We'll see. That is. I'm gonna switch those around. Switch those around. There you go. Okay, we should be all ready. I'm gonna take us in now, but we are gonna be 11 minutes in already. So I kind of just try and see if I can catch everybody up from that point onwards. So there we go. So let's go to the casting screen. Alright, and now I just need to fix Akami's icon because it was not how I wanted. Alright. We are now back into the fray. We are into the next series between Eclipse and Okami, sorry. And it really does look like Okami have picked up a small lead. The Mordecai's on top set is 2-0. We see the 2-0 Lux already as well. But Aphelios is having a hard time there, as we do see a massive commit to that bot side. Zafarian and Asguli are going to try and go for the fight there, but that is going to be the Mumu tanking some tower that will get used to curse that moment. But the tower has not died yet. A Mumu will fall to Nazgulian as Zafarian does get sacrificed, but they do pick up 1 kill in the process. But now Nazgoose has made her way down the bot side. Aphelios does use the ultimate there, instant locking down. Goose does want to go ham onto this Galio. A lot of damage. Eris has made her way down. Galio tries to use the ulti onto the Aphelios to help her scale, but there is nowhere to go as Eris picks up a kill in that bot lane. The Wolves be having a howl off. Exactly. But yeah, the Warwick picking up another kill there. Very good for Goose, as the gold is still only about 3,000 in favor of Okami. or Okami. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I could be butchering it. But that Aphelios is not having a good time. And the AMF not looking like they have a great time either. But Nazgulian 3-0-2 on this Blitzcrank. And is going to be hitting them sick grabberoonies. But stun coming out there into the root. Just general trading damage, but Lux coming out on top. But they did leave Shanae Bakey on her Alawi, but unfortunately has not been having as much luck against that Mordekaiser. Can't just take her into the Death Realm and get rid of them tentacles. But now we see an engage possibly onto that mid lane, but that is going to be the barrier flash used from Simony as Mordekaiser grabs away the Alawi. And now we see Eris is going to have to run away from their movement, but will be hit by the bandage toss into the final spark. And Simony picks up one, but now Goose is here to try and get that trade kill. Will not be able to, as the movement will walk away. Alawi does not land this to test of the spirit, unfortunately. We see that is going to be Dragon picked up by Okami. And it's going to be relatively quick with the Amumu as well as the Aphelios. As now Nazgulian going to get spotted Zalfarian, just going to use the Make It Rain to slow them down. ZZC not going to be able to connect any of the Calibrum damages. But yeah, 3 members in this bot side really want to commit to that Misfortune and that Blitzcrank. The light will land the Test of Spirit right by one of them tentacles, so it's going to be very simple for them there. Going to be able to get a little bit of damage off that Mordekaiser, but not too much as she has prioritized more of the armor. Guess those auto attacks are hurting a little bit more than they should from the Mord man in Mord. But that is going to be the Blitzcrank grab. And Eris does drop the Tibbets into the Misfortune ultimate. So much damage coming out from Zalfarian. Does pick up one and looks like she is going to pick up another. As that is a double kill going over to Zalfarian. But they do trade Eris for it. But now that is going to be more gold in the hands of Eclipse. But Alawi does drop the ultimate. But that is going to be Shanae Baker taken into the Death Realm. Will not have access to the tentacles no more. And it's just going to remain there. And Shanae Bakey going to have to look for a reset here. Not really capable of holding this lane. MF picking up a couple more kills. Going to be a little bit more useful now with that extra bit of gold in her back pocket. This Warwick is going to be prioritizing that Blade of the Rune King to deal with the Amumu as well as the Galio and the Mordekaiser. As that is full Kraken Slayer coming out for MF. It is very likely that we are going to see the full crit Misfortune rather than the lethality Misfortune. But Xandorf will lock down that mid tower very comfortably. Shanae Baker had to go for the reset. It was too low to stay. But now we see the ball lane and Galio and the mid lane Eris can't really deal with this. Does just land the stun. Mumu is there as well. That is going to could be a possible engage angle for Watch Your Back. Aphelios will drop the turret, but that Warwick will clear it out. Eris uses the shield there on the Warwick. It does seem like they want to do a 5v5 here. Test the Spirit does land, the Mumu does land the Bandage over the wall, but it's not going to get stunned. Blitzcrank does get the grab onto the Aphelios, but will immediately drop the ultimate. The Curse of that moment connects with Misfortune. Misfortune's getting back there. Simony will lock down Eris, but the Monk missed the Warwick. Wants to pick up one, will get suppressed. Galio taking so much damage, but Misfortune not able to get the damage out in time. Blitzcrank does get the grab onto Aphelios, and that is going to be the shutdown going over to Mr. Nazgulian. But then Alawi will pick up the Galio in trade, as that is just absolute chaos at the mid lane. That is 3 for 2 in favor of Okami. But it does not look like Shanae Bakey is done just yet. As the light bind does connect there. Flash going from the Mordekaiser, but Shanae will go gold and forcing that flash out from Mord. Not much more could be done there. What is Shanae Bakey going to now go for that cheeky reset? Going to try and pick up some more gold. Or pick up some more items with that gold. As now Goose is going to spot out Watch Your Back and Xandorf on that Rift Herald. Will catch them out there. Does not have the Blade of the Rune King just yet. She is still yet to finish that core item. But Warwick really wants to go for the commit here. The Mordekaiser will take her into Brazil. She's taking so much damage that there's already a Bramble Vest pickup for Mordekaiser. So there's not much she can do. Goose will get the flash over the wall. Will survive. But the moment we'll go for the flash bandage toss. We'll pick up another. Eris does drop Tibbers, but does not get much damage off. Very close there coming out from Goose, but unfortunately not going to be enough for the Mordekaiser. As now the Rift Herald is available to be dropped by Watch Your Back. Eli does miss the test. The Spirit is going to go for the old massive 5-man ulti, but the final spot into the Moonlight Sigil from the Aphelios will absolutely annihilate Annie and the Alawi very comfortably under that tower, and do look like they are going to try and use this Rift Herald to open up the base. They are going to see if they can try and get the tower before the charge, but Shelly will charge once more, so not able to get that in time. But they are going to get that second charge off for Shelly. Blitzcrank Hook does go wide. Goose taking quite a lot of damage. Vantage does connect into the coast of Sad Mummy. So much damage coming out from this Aphelios. Has already got that Gale Force and has been chunking out that damage. Has 5 for 6 for 6. 300 gold shut down. And it seems like the Aphelios has been able to scale into this late game. Respectively, gold 7,000 in the favor of Okami, and they do like they want to go and convert this lead into the dragon. But Misfortune does have the bullet time available. Is DDC gonna pick up a free Grom? It looks like they could be about to commit there to get the first item. Guardian Angel has been picked up. Feels a lot stronger than the previous season. I have to agree. I mean, as an Aphelios enjoying myself, Misfortune does have to make it rain. Does have the bullet time. But they are not going to commit to it. Warwick does go for the ulti there. Misfortune will drop the bullet time, doing so much damage. Will take down 2. Zalfarian will take down a 3rd. Aphelios is trying to fight this there, but the Alawi did have the Guardian Angel. Is going to have to pick up 1, but that is going to be the heal. Aphelios running for her life there. Zalfarian does have the struts, but is not going to go for the chase, as that is multiple shutdowns picked up by Eclipse. One going over to Zalfarian and the other going over to Eris. As that is still 7,000 gold lead, but it is very coin flip team fights coming up between these two teams. Final Spark does try and pick up 1, but not going to connect to anybody there, unfortunately, as the Collector will be locked in for the Misfortune. Gonna look to get that execute damage with the bullet time. While the Aphelios does go for the same, does pick up the Collector's second item. Wants to look for also the execute, possibly with the Moonlight Sigil, with the Inferno Moonlight Sigil, which does do that big boy AoE burst. While the Baron is up, it does seem like Eclipse want to go for a desperate play onto that Baron. They want to try and force it, or they want to try and trade for it. They could look for a pick here. Well, Warwick does pick up the red buff, has the Blade of the Rune King now, so able to do a little bit more damage over to that Amumu and that Mordekaiser. But are they going to be able to look for a fight? They've got super minions that are pushing in their base. With Zalfarian and Nazgulian going to have to hold that bot side. While we see Goose clearing out some more vision, but needs to be careful not to venture close to that Baron. They know that the Baron is being baited. Red side do have a ward on it, so not much more will be happening there. As Zalfarian and Nazgulian going to have the runaway bandage charge, does not connect. The Moon does have the second bandage charge. Nazgulian is going to try and tank for Zalfarian, but the bandage charge goes wide from Watch Your Back. Will not be able to connect, as Goose is now going to be running for dear life. Does not want to run into anybody there. But Aphelios seeing so much damage, trying to get rid of some of those guns. Does have the Severum as well as the Gravitum. Really good kiting gun, really good lifesteal. Can't really out-kite those melee champions such as the Warwick. It does seem this is going to be the Baron commit for Okami. They are going to commit 4 members to Baron. There's going to be the TP top for the Mordekaiser. But they do look like they wanted to bait it. They're not going to commit to it. Goose could look for an engage. Bandage Tosh does not land on the Warwick. The Warwick going to have to hold still there. Nazgulian does catch out a ward. A Goose needs to be very careful of this bandage toss. Very, very dangerous. It's going to run back into that mid lane. Wing Wong will get hit by this test of the Spirit. Bandage toss does go wide once again from the moon. He still has the bandage toss up, but will try and connect it onto their lie. Will get 4-man curse of the Sand Mummy. Allow does drop the ultimate. Misfortune drops the bullet time, but will immediately be interrupted by the Galio. Goose will get knocked down by Xandorf. Nazgulian and Eris are running for their lives. Zalfarian not able to get the bullet time off with the Galio interrupting it. And it does look like it is going to be the Baron's beginning for Okami. There is no real way that they can contest it. They do not have smite available. There is no possible way to get to that Baron in time. The Aphelios does have the Crescendum Severum, so we'll be able to shred through that Baron relatively easily. And now, what are we going to be seeing push out here? So that is going to be Baron then, for blue side. Support from Penta for Caster. You guys are amazing. Oh, it's all the load shedding. Ooh, love it. Love to see that we're getting more and more load shedding. If anyone who is not aware of what load shedding is or doesn't get it, it's a South African thing. We just get our power taken away from us very casually every couple of hours in a day. And it's not fun. It's not entertaining, but we live and we try our best. As just going to be a bit more farming happening here. Gold lead very solid for Okami. 7,000 in their favor. The Aphelios does have the 2.5, possibly almost 3 items with that Bloodthirst. It looks like it's being built. Misfortune going for the Infinity Edge. But now Watch Your Back will spot out Goose in the jungle. They are going to just go for that direct mid lane push. As there's going to be multiple resets coming out from the bot side of Eclipse. Aerith is going to be sitting in the base. MF will drop the bullet range. Will drop the make it range just to try and clear out some waves here. Does have the ultimate. Will use it to clear out more waves. The move does connect. Does land the 3-man curse land mummy. Aphelios doing so much damage under that tower. Warwick will go for the immediate infinite duress. Not gonna be able to connect to that Lux, but is gonna go for that fight there onto Watch Your Back. The Conqueror is fully stacked for this Amumu. Warwick is trying to pick up at least one, but Simony is now godlike on this Lux. As Shanae Becky is the only one left, is gonna try and go for that 1v4. Does drop the ultimate, but it's not gonna be enough. Does go into the Guardian Angel. Lux gonna get out of there. Winged Wong is also quite low, but still allowing not able to pick up a kill just yet. And it does look like Okami are going to try and solidify this game here as they go into Nexus. They are going to be taking up as the Aphelios disconnects. But that is going to be the GG's from all around, but maybe a bit early. Very low health bars there. But Aphelios does reconnect. They did think the game was over, but it is not. Some low health bars for Okami and going to have to back off. I need more water. This is game 1. Was game 1? Never mind. But yeah, so this is game 1 of the Eclipse matchup. Aeon, unfortunately, taking the L up against Nibble Esports. But now Eclipse are going to be looking to push onto this Baron. Are going to try and pick up that 3rd Drake. Goose is going to clear out some vision. Does want to try and see if she can deny this, but not going to happen. They are going to shred it very quickly with that Aphelios, who is very, very strong. And this game is just being delayed. This is kind of what you want if you're Eclipse. You want the game to be delayed as long as possible. Give them Misfortune enough time to get those core items. Once that Infinity Edge has picked up, it's going to be a lot harder to not stay in that MF ulti. Well, Goose could be looking to pick up that Jack Show or even the Titanic Hydra. But now, they are going to likely a lot of pings coming out to play through that bot side as Goose will be clearing out the Razor Beaks. And Lux 10 and 0 in that mid lane. Aphelios 9, 6 and 10. While there's a Mumu 2 for 2 for 20 as it really setting up those plays for Okami. And what could we be seeing from them? Are they going to look for that bot push? Or are they going to look just go straight through mid and end? It does look like they're just going to play through bot. But MF does now have the bullet time. Mumu does try and go for the Vanitas. Does not connect. Blitzcrank grab does not get to Watch Your Back. Vanitas does not connect once again onto Eris. Eris will walk away. The Sibbers will get dropped. Aphelios does have the Crescendum. And that is Shanae Bakey taken into the death zone. Does not have any tentacles. And Zandorf will take down the Aloy. They're called chickens, get it right. But they're Razor Beaks as well. It's like their literal like in-game name. Okay, flame me all you want, but that's their in-game name. The Shanae Baker is not going to be able to be there in time to deny that fight. A lot of damage coming out from ZCC as the Blitzcrank Grab does grab onto that Galio. Warwick does strike off the final spark, comes out doing so much damage, and Guli in the fight goes with that Mummy, plus the hero's entrance will knock up Goose. She is not going to be able to go anywhere there. The Felios does have the Crescendum stacks. We'll use the Severum to heal up, and that is a triple kill for ZZC on this Aphelios. They're chickens. Okay, damn, sorry chat, didn't realize you're also sensitive. As they are going to be pushing onto the Nexus there, and it does look like game one will be going over to Okami. There's chickens and rock dudes and blue, red wolves and the frog. It's Gromp, it's Lechromp. Lechromp. That's what it is, Lechromp. Because I'm now gonna get, now I'm gonna get drowned by my chat because of this. See, this is what happens. I have an opinion and chat's like, nah, no opinion. Ah, my goodness. Okay, there we go. It's not actually prime, Nino. It's water. It's just a prime bottle. I've only ever bought like 3 of them. Give hydrate times 10, dude. I'm not getting the jug out again. No jug out again. Need floaties. You should have been here yesterday, bro. Yesterday I got drowned. Like, I tell you, I got absolutely, like, deleted yesterday. Like, it's just, like, that was not fun for me at all. Ugh. So no floaties, please. Can we please not get any floaties while we set up this lobby here? Steeler, bro, please, please, dude, have mercy. Oh, no, that's done now. That's not good. That is definitely not good. But I'm just going to quickly go and set up the, I need to set up the teams again. So I'm going to switch sides. So let's go there and let's go into that. I just need to make sure that they're not, like, on the wrong sides, okay? Okay, so now let's play some songs. But we've been listening to a lot of hardstyle recently. So for all you gym goers, for all you white girl pop music enjoyers, this one's for you. So I hope you enjoy this as much as all the gym butts do. Lightly buried deep and 6 feet on the zone. And now that over there, still a chance for you. You just gotta deny the light and let it shine. It's on the night like the 4th of July. Go. In fact, no, this is not the song. I got another song I gotta play for you, chat. This was the song I found the other day. Like, if you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. If you know, you know. Can there's something I can't get? Can hearts live around these night? Don't seem an easier way to get out of this. And he sits on the bedside table, turns the ghost and gets in a cradle. Who would have thought that a boy like me could come to this? Oh, I just died in your arms tonight. Been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. Oh, I just died in your arms tonight. Something I kiss. I should have walked away. This is the best part, everybody. Okay, we're turning it up, everybody. And going all the way up. I can't hear anything. Oh gosh, headset got caught. Whee! Feeling like this. Yes, I try to be discreet. Man. The final mistakes. Let's give it all they inside us in this fantasy. Many times. Oh, ah. Oh, we are going to have to turn this down a bit, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to head over into Champ Select as we are going to be heading there. So this is going to be game 2 in this series. We are now back out of the hard style and we are into the good stuff. Into that League of Legos. As we now see that is going to be the Warwick is going to be Ben's Designer and the Ash targeting Eclipse's jungler very comfortably there. As then there's going to be the Maokai, Amumu, and the Lux. They do not want to see that Maokai again. They do not want to see that Amumu. As we see that it's going to be the Malzahar going to be locked in the mid lane for Eros. That is going to be the Lawi in that top side. Viego in the jungle. Cassiopeia in that mid lane. And then that is now going to be Jin hovered. Are we going to see the famous 4-man? It is going to be the 4th man down in that ball lane. Very comfortable for our man Jin out here. But that is going to be the Jinx locked in for Zalfarian. And that does look like they are the target bans. Annie is not going to be let through that easily. So we're not going to see any possible Annie supports out here. But then the Yorick banned our way in the top lane. So no top lane. No top lane Yorick split push action. None of that, okay? As in the Malphite, it's going to be banned away in the top lane from Shanae Baiki. But I do believe these bans they probably did a pro draft. But then that Aphelios got banned away. So there is not going to be the edgy mute E-boy there. As that Galio will be locked in again. Likely going to be that Galio support once more. As it did look very oppressive in game 1. And curious to see how it's going to work in game 2. But now, what are we going to see Nazgulian on? Very curious to see if Nazgulian is going to be picking out something other than the Blitzcrank, or are we going to see that Blitzcrank pick once more? As finally, what are we going to see from Nazgulian? That is going to be the Gragas. So it is the Gragas support for the Naz. But then Goose had some So Goose, unfortunately, so game bombed out. Can we just ban random champs? Alright, okay, so... Alright. They are just gonna look like they are just gonna ban some random champs, but that's give them a little time to sort out the lobby. Yep, and now we are back. Okay. So now I need to move that song out of the queue, else I realize we're gonna get some next level stuff coming out there. So just going to be they're just gonna ban out randoms at this point. No target bans there. They know who they're playing, they know they're playing against. So it's going to be a very quick, very easy. And hopefully we get into game relatively soon. Do worry about some people having the load shedding. But there's no Aphelios there. Aphelios was banned away. Warwick banned away. But ZCC was quite scary on that man on the Moonlight Vigil. And then the Casio going to be banned away. Casio going to be picked up. The Alawi going to be picked up. Viego in the jungle. They traded one edge E-boy for the other one. It's just edge E-boys left, right, and center. But we are going to, while we are all here, while waiting for all this, let's get predictions in, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if we have any of the Okami people up in the chat here, but we will do it anyway. So, okay, So, Sergeant prediction, do you think Era are going to go and take this into a game 3, or do you think Okami are going to get that clean 2-0? Gonna have to find out. But the Jinx versus the Jin, it is very heavily Jinx favored. Leave Viego alone? Nah, I don't know. I relate to him. That's why I say, like, they banned Aphelios and they picked Viego. They're all the same. They're all mained by edgy E-boys who don't have anything else to do. But very relatable. Don't worry, very relatable. But then that does mean that's going to be the Thresh for the Nazgulian. So we are getting the Thresh, and that is going to be Goose on the Volibear. Very, very comfortable for her. Attacked? What do you mean attacked? I don't think I'm an edgy E-girl, and I'm an edgy E-boy. What does that make us then? As now they are going to be prepping loadout. We are going to get to that 3-minute delay, but while we wait for that, we are going to just now go back to what we were doing. So where is it? Where is the song? Here we go. We got another one. I do play Viego and I do play Aphelios. And you play Viego because you're an edgy ego. That's how it works, isn't it? They got that Joe. Been up here a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Man is rocking that banjo. And I got that Joe when you're there a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cutting that Joe. When I did, I got that Joe. And I read a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cutting that Joe. Ooh. Did you go? Where did you come from? Cutting that Joe. Where did you come from? Cutting that Joe. Damn. Oh gosh, what did we get now? Oh gosh, I did not expect this. I did not expect us to get all this. It's okay, mate. Until you kiss my lips and you save me. Justin, is the mental health okay? Good question. Very good question. But not something we should be answering. I'm just out here vibing, having a good time, man. Just leave me be. Oh, actually, don't leave. Please stay. My hand is you on my days, and my eyes and leave forever. There's a side to you and I never knew the things you say that you never true. This is just like I'm this. Okay, I'll sort you the playlist that I found these on. Okay, let me find them. Ain't what you call as I had your face. For anyone who's keen on the playlist, I will drop it here. There's the playlist that I found some of these songs on, so. Love you too, nerd. Okay, let's get rid of that. Alright, before we get anything out, we are going to be heading into the next game here. I'm just going to adjust the scoreboards because nobody sits in their order. And it low-key bothers me that people just stay in order, please. It just makes my life so much easier if you're just in order. Come on, it's so hard. Okay. No, super. No, I'm going to actually fix my hair. That's great. Alright. There we go, everybody. We are into game here. Game 2. Between Eclipse and Okami. I just need to make sure that the Eclipse logo is looking good and looking mighty fine. As yeah, we have hopped into game. Deteriorating mental health is my favorite content. Well, then you're in the right place, man, because we're all about mental health here. Not necessarily raise awareness for it, we just all have it. Jokes aside, big deal. I do advocate for it quite a bit. So if you ever feel you're struggling, you just need somebody to come to chill, just to vibe. Like I'm always here just to chat. So always feel free to come by my place. I may look like I am losing my mind half the time when listening to hardstyle, but I'm always here if someone just needs someone to talk to. But chats, we come here, we just vibe, we just chill. There's no judgments out here. But that Jin starts trap? That is a trap start for Jin. Interesting start. So Farron is going to walk into the bush. Gonna mean to get caught out. We'll get caught with the W. We'll get caught with the... But we'll burn the flash. As Jin gets that fourth shot. Immediately there for ZZC as they pick up first blood. I'm going to just play with my glasses the whole time now. It's just entertaining to play with the glasses. Glasses. But, while we do see that it's going to be the blue start for the Viego. That's going to be a very easy start for them. Goose is going to be on that blue side getting a leash from Shanae Baiki. While I've got everybody here, there is a, I need to implement it into chat more often, but, there is a vote currently going on. Trap start worked out. I mean, maybe they were just using it to try and push waves or because they wanted to go for the cheese, but really, I've never seen that before, but very good on them. I took part in the Season Stars tournament, the Season Stars Creator Challenge for Riot Games. I have been shortlisted as one of the creators in the EMEA region, and I would all very greatly appreciate if you could go and vote for me. The link is on my Twitter. I will put it in chat as soon as I can. Just give me 2 secaroonies as I quickly go grab it. Okay, so that is now going to be, there you go. So we see there's a fight now happening in that top side. That is going to be the force flash out from Shanae Baiki. But got shortlisted, so now all you guys need to do is vote for me, and then we get to work with Riot Games. I can give you guys some free skins. I get 10 League Partner Program codes, so any of the featured skins I will be able to do in giveaways. So And it will put South Africa on the map for League of Legends. Like, we'll be featured on the EU West client as well. So it's all a matter of making sure you vote for me. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can vote for the other people if you feel like it. But the support would always be greatly appreciated. And I hope to bring you more good content. Thresh does land the hook onto the Galio there, but will not tank tower. He goes for the re-engage. Takes down Wing Wong. Take down the Thresh, but now Zofir is going to go forward. Sejuani. That is good. Not Sejuani. That's Goose on the volley bear. Chasing down ZZC, who does have the ghost. But Zofir and Goose are not going to be able to pick that up, as that is going to be the first kill going over to Eclipse. But Sinead Bakey taking a lot of damage from Zandorf. Really getting forced out onto that Alawi. Well, the Alawi pick is a bit of a tricky one, especially as a... I mean, the Mordekaiser is especially a tricky pick against the Alawi, as he can get rid of all your tentacles by just dropping the ulti. But now, immediately, the Malzahar is having a bit of a dominant lane up in the mid lane. Able to push those waves. Viego tries to go for the engage. The Jinx tries to ult the nudge. Sinead Baker taking quite low, but Zandorf will immediately get the flash. As okay, so it's be real time, chat. Okay, chat, you gotta smile for me, chat. It's be real time. So we've got 1 minute to be real, everybody. All right, gonna take a photo of chat to say hi to everybody. That is going to be. Jeez. This is such a terrible photo. But here we are. As we're going to see, the more engaged from Sinead Bakey from Mordekaiser is going to have to forcibly stay under her tower. Not going to be able to do too much about it. But Eris will shove in the Snake Lady. And the Snake Lady will be no more. As Sinead Bakey then also is going to stuck under her tower. Will look for a reset and possibly TP back. But Goose wants to pick a fight with Zandorf. But Zandorf will stay under his own tower as well. But Wing Wong in your hood is going to have to walk away. We'll get spotted out on the woods, so there will be no support or gank in that mid side. Simony is low on mana, so is the Malzahar, so there's not going to be much more than auto attacks, as Viego and Galio are going to start up this Drake. Volibear is top side. The Prio is in favor of them in bot side, as the Thresh and the Jinx are not going to be there. So that does look like it's going to be a very easy first Drake pickup for Okami, as they do secure it, and that is Chemtech Drake over to them, with the next one being the Ocean Drake. But Ares Haswick is been bringing up a little bit of mana from the passive, and likely will get some more onto Simony. We'll get that mana flow. We'll get some mana from the minions dying, so very good on the Malzahar to gain that shove, and really forcing Cassiopeia to farm under her tower, which is a very tricky task, especially if you have no mana as the Cassio, who does not have the teleport or does not have the ghost, so will not be able to get to that lane a little bit quicker. We'll be stuck in lanes trying to clear out those waves. As Volibear possibly looking for an invade onto Viego, but we'll rather try and see if she can drop a ward onto those Raptors. But Sinead Bakey is now getting run down by Mordekaiser again. Bit of a rough lane there, as the Zhonya's has already been used by the Alawi. Well, Zhonya's, the stopwatch has been used by the Aloy Lui. In that one fight before. After the Death Round's already been utilized, the Alawi does drop the ultimate. A lot of damage coming out, but Sinead Bakey does not have any MR, does not have too much damage under his sleeve, as that is now going to be Mordekaiser picking up that kill on the top side. ZZC and Wing Wong are going to get that Scuttle. Galio, Volibear really does want it, but Goose may be picking the fight that she shouldn't have picked, but there's going to be the flash forward from ZZC, who will lock down the Goose. But Zandorf going to make sure this Aloy doesn't really get any pressure in the lane. It's very hard for Aloy to maintain pressure past level 6 against the Mordekaiser. Simony now has picked up the Mana Crystal, so we're able to clear out some mana bit more. Zalfarian has got nowhere to go, but that's going to be the immediate flash into the Lantern. Very good Lantern coming from Nazgulian, but that is no flash for the Jinx. The Eris is doing quite well in that mid lane on the Malzahar. Going to be able to shove those waves. Going to be able to keep the Cassio at bay. Really not giving her an opportunity to roam, as Galio really aggro. Really wants to look for a fight here. We'll go for the flash board. We'll land the taunt. We'll land the knockup. Jin does not land the deadly flourish. But will connect actually onto Nazgulian, as Nazgulian does have the death sentence. But that is not going to be the hook steal, but there we see Viego is going for the invade onto Goose. Goose taking so much damage from the Mordekaiser, but not going to be enough as the Mordekaiser is going to be flashing over. Alawi does be trying to pick up at least one, but Simony has made the roam. That is a 3-man roam into that jungle. So very, very well played for Okami, as they now secure themselves that 3,000 gold lead and 6 kills in 5 minutes. Well, 8 minutes, sorry. My math is bad. Oh my goodness, this is looking a little rough out here for Eclipse in this early game. Jinx does have a kill though, so that is the win condition. But Viego is going to be starting up that Rift Herald, is going to be able to pick it up very easily with the Volley Bear piling to the bot side. Now Nazgulian has come in mid lane for a possible roam gank, but Simony will be able to walk away as Zandalf gets it disconnected. Hopefully we'll be back soon, that there would not be a need for a pause, but does look like there is going to be the pause. So we are going to just chat for a little while. We'll wait for that to clear out. But I will go get Bella, because I think it's time to bring Bella. Hey baby, come. Come my puppy. Puppy gets. Hey, meow. Meow. Puppy gets. Hey, meow. There you go. We have got our resident Bella the kitty cat. She is here, everybody. Come on, Bella. Come here. Up in the box, sleep in the box. I know you like your box. And I know you can't resist sleeping in the box. Yeah, little Bella. I tried to translate that, but it did not. The translation did not go through. But hey, baby. Hey, Bella. Hey, Bella, baby. Hi. If you just want to get comfy, I will leave you to get comfy. I'm not gonna rub you because you look at me. Okay, so now you're walking over to me. What are you doing? Okay, you want loves? Is that what you want? Okay, let's give Bella some loves. She wants the loves, so I'm gonna give her the loves. Okay, there you go. Hey, Bella. Hey, baby. She's enjoying the rubs. Look at her. She loves the rubs. Maybe. Can we get a kiss? I'm not gonna get a kiss today. Is there no kiss in the order? It's just cat. Just while I wait for their top laner to reconnect. Can I get a kiss? I just wanted a kiss, Bella. I don't want anything more than a kiss, but I will let you go back to your box, because I know that's actually really where you wanted to go. You just wanted to bother me for a little while. But there the box cat is. I'm gonna pull her a bit closer. There you go. Bella in a box. He has now come to join us, but let's get some vibes while we wait. I know Spotify got a whole UI update and it looks really, really good. I really do like it. But okay, so game is still gonna be paused, but you come to support the girlies. You come to support your girls at Eclipse. Yeah, I know you have. Bella in a box emote when? Oh, I am commissioning them. I'm going to be commissioning those emotes. I've got 2 artists that I'm going to be getting commissions from. I want to get getting possible 2 commissions done. So 2 sets of emotes. Getting some done by Void Bunny, and I'm going to get some done by Goose. But I'm going to be I'm going to get animated and non-animated ones. So we're going to get the Bella in the box emote. Don't worry. We are going to get the Bella in the box emote. And it's going to be the most adorable one. He's on the beach and it's like sleep. Eat away. Never fade away. Fade away. Moves, we got the moves. Moves, we got the moves. Yeah, yeah. Got the rope. It's on the sandy beach, live. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it does look like we are going to be hopping back into game. There's no longer the rave. I really get one of those like rave light things for whenever we have like the raves happening. We are back, and the Mordekaiser has not been able to reconnect, so it does look like they have to go for the unpause regardless of whether the Mordekaiser was. As a hook does land from that Gulin, it does look like an engage with the death sentence. But it does not look like it's going to be much more happening there. As the Super Make Dead Rock is going to be dropped. But Gaddy picking that third kill, and there's Gulin. The curtain falls open, but it will immediately be blocked away as Goose is going for that gank on 2. Wing Wong in your hood has the ultimate. Tai Lung is here to fight as the Malzahar drops the Nether Grasp. And that is going to be the second kill going over to Eclipse here. But Henio is smiling upon you for the Electric Callboy. I mean, Electric Callboy is a vibe, man. Respect to that. But now that does look like Shanae Bakey looks like he's going to get a bit more time on Solar Tower time up there. While they wait for the inverter to come up. They were only able to pause for about 5 minutes due to the rules, unfortunately. So hopefully Okami's top laner will make their return. We do see a possible gank coming up from Watch Your Back. But nothing going to connect there. Severian gets it by the Deadly Flourish. And CCC will get traded by with the Zap. And now Thresh wants to possibly equip positive look for something. Does have the death send, but Volibear is going to catch out. Watch Your Back. But there's going to be the immediate hook there as the lantern is dropped. Because will run away into the torch, into the knockup onto Zolfarian. And the grenade will knock down that Jigs as Gulian is running for their lives. And it does look like, oh, but the hook does connect. Not going to take the death sentence. But Eris is now bot side, so is a Cassiopeia. There's a lot of people here. Galio's E does go wide. Goose hang caught out there. But the ticking damage coming out. And Goose not able to, and Goose will not be able to get that return kill, but Viego will pick up one there. So the pause is 30 minutes total, but they are only granted 5 minutes per team. And it's like they can do multiple instances, but they only allowed to do 5 minutes at a given time. We do see the Shoemaker Death Rocket not connecting over to the Viego, but Shanae Bakey still having some fun up in that top tower. So we say limits the pause to 5 minutes per game. Good to know. And I think there was a lot of debate on trying to set it to 10 minutes, especially for these kind of situations where people have just got their power off, but they're like turning on their inverters or turning on their jennies, like those sorts of things. But now, as we take a look and see, then as Yulin's going to back away, but that is going to be first tower going over to Shanae Big in the top side. Really good gold injection for Eclipse. But Eris also already farming up a Storm in the mid lane. Does look like they really are going to be pressuring this 4v5. Doesn't feel as competitive with that top laner not in another live player. Ooh, how exciting. Hey, Pentademon really came out there to see Alawi. But, so Shanae Bakey on that. Aloy has got the Guardian Angel. Mordekaiser is not in the game and still trying to sort out their inverter, I believe. But now Goose is going to be going for the ulti onto the Cassiopeia, but the Hero's Entrance will be able to lock down one. Jin takes down Malzahar. But Goose will lock down that Drake as Zomphir and Nazgûl are going to be running for their lives. Will dodge the deadly flourish. The Jibba GA first. What is this evil? I don't know, man. I don't play Alawi. I don't know if it's how wrong or how right it is. But Zalfarian still not. It's going to be a little bit behind the Jin. 5 and 0 has the full Gale Force. And the hook will go wide. As Watch Your Back is going to be down there. With Shanae Bakey. Gonna be the 3 versus 3. Gonna be backing her boys down in the ball lane. Thresh does go for the death sentence. Does not connect. The traps will not link onto the Jin. And we'll use those traps to shove their way. But ZZ will walk into them anyway. Malawi is going to get that reset. Mordekaiser has made their triumphant return. Welcome back, Mr. Zandorf. Glad to have you. Glad to have this back in a competitive match. Nice to see it. Nice to see it. But Nazgûlian and oh gosh, Nazgûlian and Zalfarian are in a bit of danger here. There's going to be the risk of a dive. The traps are dropped. The box is going to be there from the Thresh. Will land the death sentence. And that is going to be Galio taking too much tower, but will get taken down. That Viego is taking a lot of tower. He's going to have to burn that flash and will make it out alive. Just barely as the curtains are open. And Jin does have that 4th shot and will pick up their 6th kill of the game. As Zandorf does try and get that, does try and take down Shanae Bakey, but Navali will be there to answer. But we'll have to back off. And it does look like Zandorf is not going to try and contest that. And we'll just go for that quick reset. Now Eris will be rotating to that bot side. Very comfortably going to go and just push out the bot lane while Cassiopeia... Okay, never mind. Is going to be returning to mid lane rather. Was up 5 minutes per game, so for Beard 3 it's 15 minutes total. That is banked up and can be spent in any group. But you can pause 15 minutes in one game, but then no more pause time is left for other games. Okay, I see. But you see Shanae Bakey is going to go for the fight onto Xanadorf. But a lot of damage coming out from that Mordecai. This is the full Rift Maker. The Jin does Legendary Flourish and goes for the Gale Force, but then the Grasp is going to be caught out. But then immediate flash there from GCC as now Goose is there to save the day. Is here to answer the fight. Shanae Bakey. There is no tower for Mordecai to go to. And that Volley Bay will pick up that shutdown as Goose locks away that Mordekaiser and get that extra gold. But now Wing Wong and Simony are going to pick on that mid tower. Going to try and take it down. But Nazgûl will get caught out by Watch Your Back. Zalfarian going to go back him up, but the Death Center's not going to connect to this Viego. As the fight will continue, does land onto the Jinx, into the Hero's Entrance, into the taunt from the Galio, knock up. And that is going to be a very free kill. Hand over to Watch Your Back as EC is going to go run down Shanae Bakey, has the Ghost. But a lot of damage actually coming out there from Shanae Bakey and takes down the 6-in-1 Jin. That is a big shutdown over to this Alawi. The armor coming in clutch there, protecting her from that 4th shot. Oh, what if you only pause 3 minutes? Do you lose entire 5 minutes? No, you lose 3 minutes of your 5. Yeah, so like that's... And you still can hold on to that time as much as you need, but realistically 10 minutes would be a lot more suited to people who need to sort out their journeys and whatnot. The Rift Tail will be dropped to the mid side by Goose, but Goose is going to get caught by Watch Your Back and the Galio into the taunt knock up. And Viego does burn the ultimate, does use the Heartbreaker. Bollybeck could possibly go for the dive there. But Eris going to just tank the E from the Viego. Going to try and clear the wave, but there are 5 members of Okami mid. Jin just took that on the chin. And yeah, Jin took that personally, eh? Jin took that a little bit personally, as Ilawi is going to be building into that Black Fever now. But it's 5-0 and 5 for that Viego, 6-1 and 5 for that Jin. Very, very scary stuff. But now Eris going to shove in the mid wave. Wants to try and get locked down that mid tower. Wants to get to pick up the 2nd tower for Eclipse. While Zandorf going to try and continue to reset on that top tower. But Alawi will be there to face it. Eris might just commit to this tower, but not going to be able to. And our Thresh is going to be solo holding this bot side. Xanadorf going to get hit by the Test of the Spirit. Will dodge Malice. Really good dodge from Shanae Bakey. Doing a lot of damage over to that Mordekaiser. But Ares will proc there. Wing Wong in the hood is going to be clearing out control wards on the dragon. Shinai does have the ultimate. Could possibly look for a play here on this Mordekaiser, but he does have the Death Realm, so it is not generally advised. This Goose going to likely go for the steal here, and Asgulian does have vision. Goose is on the blast cone. They are going to hop over. Is Goose going to be able to hop over in time? It does look like she's going to try and get there, but it's just a little too late. Petrifying gaze into the Heartbreaker, into the curtains call. But Viego now ulti over the wall will land onto Nazgulian into the hero's entrance. Will knock up Thresh. The box is dropped. Gonna try slow them down, but is not gonna be enough. As Watch Your Back is going to be dominating on the Viego. And once again, Okami are building a very healthy lead. But Thresh. Oh gosh, I thought that was Thresh for a second, but it was the Viego on the Thresh. As Alawi does have the ultimate available, could use a Test of Spirit plus the ulti combo, but Xanadorf doing so much extra damage there with the isolated Malice drop. But Loi, oh, she's taking quite a lot of damage. Xanadorf will take a tank a tower shot for that, but they do see Jin is possibly going to go for the tower dive. We'll get that fourth shot onto Shanae Baiki. As that is 8-1 for the Jin. Has got the full rapid fire. Volibear is going to get caught out by the Viego and the Jin. Volibear will try and use the ultimate to escape, but it's not going to be enough. That fourth shot is doing so much damage. But now we see Ares is going to catch out the Cassiopeia. Will immediately cancel the Nether Grass, but somebody's going to have to run away. That burn is doing so much damage. Will land, or will he be able to land that last E? Is going to, and is going to be a traded 1-for-1. As the gold lead is only going to be 5,000 for Okami, but that is Eris trading her life for Cassio. Those shutdowns on the Viego and on the Jin are going to be quite useful if handed to the right carries, especially with the likes of the Malzahar. But now Shanae Baiki is looking for a fight here. Really wants to pick on Xanadorf. Go Eclipse. As you see now, there's going to be the death sent onto the Galio, who will get caught on Talbot's offer and will use the Heartbreaker and will be able to pick up that Jinx. Will immediately burn the flash and use the ult to escape once again. But now Volibear is going to catch out. ZZC does not have any of the Gale Force, does have the flash available. Volibear does not have the ult, but that Gale Force is just coming out for ZZC. Does have that fourth shot. The shield isn't going to be enough for Goose, but ZZC going to have to burn the flash. Kernzog open and Goose will get taken down. As ZCC is now on a rampage on this Jin. 10-1. Very, very scary here. As the Jin has likely going to be picking up that either the Collector or that Lord Dominic's. And it does look like they're going to focus more towards the Lord LDR. And then Watch Your Back's going to be pushing out this mid lane. But Nazgulian going to try and hold it off, but not likely to happen. That Viego is very, very strong. Has an extra attack speed. Nazgulian not going to be able to do too much there. Mega Death Rocket does go wide, but that is going to be Viego running for his life. The Death Sentence is available. It's going to not be able to connect it onto the Viego. Now Shanae Baiki is going to be pulled out by the Mordekaiser. Will Test of the Spirit. Going to be locked down. Does have the ultimate available. Will use it. Does a lot of damage. And does destroy the clone. But will not continue the chase onto that Mordekaiser. But none of Eris is going to be joining the bot lane. They are going to try and commit to this tower. Thresh starts tanking a little bit. Zolfird will tank a tower shot as well. But now Xandorf is going to sit in the top side and wait. Jin lands that fourth shot at half health. Jinx. That is so much damage. Now Shanae Baiki, you're going to have to be careful. Will get pulled to the death throne. Has now tentacles. Yeah, Gala goes in for the 3-man taunt. Gets 2. Breaks the Eris shield. Severin gets ignited. Running for her life. Thresh gets taken down by the Heartbreaker. Jin is now unstoppable. Takes down the Thresh. Jinx will get taken out by the Galio. Volibear does use also try and save the hero's entrance. Going to be there to provide some more MR. Galio going for the knocking. We'll get by the other grass, but we'll get it buffered. As though they triple kill going over to the Jin. And Viego using the Heartbreaker very effectively to pick up those kills, as that is 4-4-0 in favor of Okami. But Jin will tank a bit of the tower, but not too much. Not too bad for them there, as now Xandorf will take out that top side tower. And it looks like they want to continue. They are going to take the tier 2, so they will be one less tier 2 to deal with. They still got mid and top open. Eclipse still can play around those. They are going to try and keep this Jinx alive for as long as possible. Is the point of carry. But English is my first language, I promise. That Malzahar, 3-4-4-1 at the moment, is going to be a possible denial for the Jhin. If Lance and the other grass can be very easily bursted down, but it is going to be a very difficult task. Does not watch your back, clearing out, putting some control wards in Eclipse's jungle. Has got plenty of control there, just in general, and will lock down that Gromp. While Goose does spot Wing Wong, and they are going to go for the fight onto Wing Wong, but the taunt is going to drop, not going to connect. But now we see the Viego is going to catch on Eris. Eris has no shield. Viego doing so much damage. Will drop the Heartbreaker. Now the Grasp locks down Viego, but is not going to be enough, as that is going to be Viego taking down Eris, and then that is going to be Mordekaiser locking down Shanae Bakey. But Volleybay just trying to lock down this Viego. Is not dying. Viego is healing so much. Does have not have the ulti, but will take down Goose. Is now the bear. Will drop Heartbreaker once again. And Wing Wong will then shut down. There's knockdown. There's Gulian. Zolvarian has nowhere to go. But that is now going to be tier 2 mid lane picked up. And that dragon is spawning. It does look like Okami are going to go and pick it up. 11,000 gold in the favor of Okami. Jinx tries to drop the trap to prevent further push. We'll try and use the rockets to clear out the wave as much as possible. But Mordekaiser really wants to go for that tower. As the zap lands to Simony. And that dragon will be taken out very quickly. That is 3 Drakes going over to Okami. Are on soul point now. And it is a mountain soul, so they will be very, very tanky. Making this team comes even harder to kill. This Galio is still going to be an absolute nightmare. But Viego is going to go in for Eris there. Q does not land. Will flash that stun immediately. So no flash there on Eris. While Goose clearing out control wards, but Zandorf is going to make his way downtown into that jungle. Cassio not far behind. As Volibear, very dangerous and precarious spot there. He's going to try and run away from Zandorf, but then Alawi will use a test of the spirit onto him. Shanae Bakey does have the Divine Thunder, could do a little bit of damage there. They are going to try and damage the soul, but will go back. And ulti dropped by Shanae, but not going to be able to do much there as the Mordekaiser doesn't go bait to the death realm. The hero's entrance coming in. Zandorf is taking so much damage from the burn. It does look like they're going to take over to Eris. Eris picks up 1 kill there, but Jhin will be able to pick up 2 in return. As the spirit will be returned back to that Galio. And Eris is going to be solo holding that top lane. And now we see Galio wants to go for this fight. And as Gudin is going to be able to back up Eris. That sentence does not connect. Wave's just going to be shoved. Viego is bot side. Zolfarian is going to get tower dive here. Very well executed dive there. Going to use the Heartbreaker. And gonna walk out of tower. Jinx can't really do much against this Viego. 9-0 with the 2 full items. Very, very hard to deal with. But Jhin playing with fire. Really keeping that Thresh away. And wants to pick up that final 2nd tier tower. But Eris will be down bot side to answer the wave. And be able to clear it out. And Skulian does get it with the 4th shot. The other shot does keep them alive. Does go with the flay under the tower. And into the locket, but the Jhin R curtain call will take him down. Jhin is not taking tower, but will lock it down. Volibear goes for the flash for the immediate return flash from ZCC. The Baron is now available, and with this kind of pressure, it does mean that Okami can go for it. They do have to take. The Jhin is quite strong. Cassio does have 2.5 items, so will be quite strong. Viego also with the Divine Thunder and the Blade of the Rune King, so we'll shred this. As it's dropping down to 3,000 HP. There is no contest. And that is going to be the Baron. Pick up is easy. Pick up for Okami. And Jhin now has those 4 items. Has the Gale Force, i.e. Lord Dominic combo. Is looking to build into the next BF sword item. Probably going to build into the GA or the Bloodthirster. This Jhin is not someone you want to mess with. He is a very fast boy. And a very scary boy, as he can 100-0 anyone within 2 autos. That's just why I love Jhin. He's got 2 or 3 autos, but we got the love coming out here from everybody. And now Shanae Bakey is going to try to be solo holding on Xanadorf. But Wing Wong is going to be sitting with the Cassiopeia. Goose is desperately trying to see if he can go for a pick here, but not able to. Thresh is going to be sitting with their support, but Goose is running for her life here. Does not want to get caught in the torch and will make it out of, from Wing Wong. Nazgulian going to try, could possibly look for a death sentence here. But now we see Eris's shield is going to be taken down. But the curtain call is opened. Taking three shots tanked by Goose, and then the fourth. Goose taking the full force of that curtain call and is now half HP. But we'll use the shield, but Jin doing so much damage. Will land the Deadly Flourish. Does have the Gale Force. Not going to Gale Force forward as they really want to prioritize this tower. They are going to get it. As now is going to be the continued push forward. Flash Torn coming in from the Gallo into the knockup. Thresh tries to get the play. Does try to the Lantern. The Gallo does so much damage. The Viego does drop the Heartbreaker, but not able to land it. But then will Flash to take down the Thresh Hero Justice onto the Jin. Jin is kept alive. Is legendary. Gale Force. But that Eris goes golden, and Jin will use the Deadly Flourish, but Thresh will pick up a double. By Thresh, I mean Viego, and now by Viego, I mean Malzahar. Janae Baker is in that top side, still dealing with that Malzahar. So while this is all happening, the Nexus is being taken down. There are no more Nexus towers, and Jin, it does look like Okami 2-0 the series and take down Eclipse. Alright. GG, well played to everybody who played tonight. GG, well played over to Eclipse and Aeon from Era. Unfortunately, not able to pick up the dubs in these two games. But do keep your chins up, everybody. These days, every single game is a game of practice. And the more you learn, the better you improve. But well played over to Okami, taking this 2-0. ZZC 18-1-12 on this Jin. Very terrifying. And yeah, but it's very nice to see a good performance from Jin. Very rarely see good Jin performances, as they're very dominated by these heavy attack speeds, 80 carries. So I'm just gonna let's hand out the points to everybody. Wapow. But now we see Okami Okami is going to pick up some free points there. Anyone voted Okami, that's gonna be nice for them. But from me, at the casting desk, from Baby Bella in her box. She loves your box. Look at your baby. Look at your baba. She's a good baby. And she sleep. But I am gonna be going over to do some video editing now. Well, I'll upload all these videos will be uploaded onto YouTube. Or if anyone wants to catch the VODs, if any other teams did or have players or have people that want to catch up the games. My social links is !socials, and it should link you to everything, where you can find my Twitter, where I update regularly on when I have matches, as well as some really memey content here and there. And then my YouTube, where all the VODs go. We got VODs leading back as far as the Season 4 Mettlestate tournament, as well as Era Rivals from the beginning of this year. So if any of you want to go catch those, do go pop in. But from myself, from Bella, and from my chat, my lovely, lovely chat, love you guys so much. I will see you all in the next one, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evenings. Goodbye, and see you later.